happens late at night, after 10 and before 4. It's called patient dumping.
This woman says it happened to her, dumped at a homeless shelter by a nursing home alone. And tonight, 2 investigator Dave Savini reports she's not the only one.
What is your medical condition?
I have multiple sclerosis.
It's hard for her to speak, but 57-year-old Celeste Emmerich has a story about her treatment she wants everyone to hear.
Had you ever heard of patient dumping before?
Never.
She says 2 men in a white van drove her here to the Pacific Garden Mission and dumped her right here at the mission's front gate. It was the middle of the night. She was in a wheelchair and she didn't have her medication.
The bottle they gave me was empty.
She says Kensington Place Nursing and Rehab did the dumping.
Were you scared?
Absolutely, I was very scared.
At Pacific Garden Mission, where Emmerich was taken, Pastor Philip Kwiatkowski says folks get dumped here daily from different nursing homes, medical centers, and psychiatric facilities.
They're just looking to dump the person to get rid of them.
Reasons vary. Could be financial or residents who complain a lot and other issues.
It's unconscionable and it's inhumane to see how people at times can be treated.
Glenn Reed is the security director at the shelter. What time frame of night do they usually bring them in at?
Anytime starting at 10 p.m. up until about 4 a.m. in the morning.
The 2 investigators found Illinois has led the nation in patient dumping. From 2011 to 2015, complaints have skyrocketed 153%. And nationwide, it's the #1 complaint reported to nursing home advocates, the Ombudsman.
She was treated like a piece of garbage with no value.
Linda Taylor manages Emmerich's personal physician's office. She and Dr. Michael Wasserman have been helping Emmerich, including getting her to a new nursing home.
She's a person who needs to have some sort of medical facility. She needs supervision.
The 2 investigators called and went to Kensington Place, but no one would talk.
I'm just trying to get information about patient.
They did, however, talk to the Illinois Department of Public Health. According to this report, the nursing home admitted taking her to the shelter, but claimed it was after 9 a.m., that she had medication and was walked inside to make sure she was safe. Emmerich disputes all that.
They left you on the street?
Right in front of the gate. Yeah, more nothing.
Just off hospital property, dumped the elderly woman out of the wheelchair on the sidewalk and left. Minutes later, we shot video of her, still in a soiled hospital gown and slippers, breathing hard under a blanket placed over her in 36-degree weather, her stuff in a bag next to her. The employee claimed she sees this a lot. So I started watching, and on December 16th at 7 p.m., 35 degrees outside, I record 3 security guards surrounding an elderly woman with a walker, slowly escorting her out of the emergency room. She can't move fast. It takes several minutes to make it all the way to the same corner of Hancock and Ali. After they have her across the street, off the hospital property, the security guards turn around and go back. When they clear, I catch up to her, and she says she can't breathe.
They told me that I couldn't stay on the premises.
Were you in there as a patient?
Well, I needed to be a patient because I'm sick.
What's wrong with you?
I've got COPD. I got diabetes.
So they wouldn't even treat you?
The doctor talked to me for 1 minute.
And they told you what?
That I had to leave.
What reason did he give you?
He didn't give me a reason.
She tells me she's homeless.
I've got to go because I'm hurting. I'm in pain.
I was in a car crash and it completely shattered my hip and pelvis. Right here, I got like 30-something screwed.
Matthew Hauber and his mother claim a similar story. They met us in front of Wayside Mission in the spot where they say he was dumped in October.
Anywhere. And they said, well, we can't find a rehab right now.
Linda Hauber said when Norton Hospital told her they had a room lined up for Matthew at Wayside, she checked it out.
I called Wayside Christian Mission and just to confirm, and they said no. They said, we can't do that. We can't. You know, they have beds and they help them find jobs and stuff, but we don't take medically needy people. We don't do that. And
then she says she had a conference call with the hospital staff.
The social worker said, we're going to take him to a shelter. And I said, which one? And they said, Wayside Christian Mission. And I said, well, I know that's not true because I called them and they don't take him. And then the lady said, the social worker said, well, that's history. Let's think of something else.
Hauber says the next day, her son was unloaded from a transport vehicle on the curb in the rain on Jackson Street in front of Wayside.
I thought, they've dumped my garbage I have to put out to the curb. That's how they dumped my son, like garbage.
Linda Hauber said she was in no shape to care for him at home, and she died after this interview.